What is up, everybody? Sorry I'm late. I think we're just going to do a normal sit down, hang out. Anybody wants to come on in live. Oh, so how's everybody doing? Who all we got in here tonight? Let's see, we got Engine Light in there. Yeah, you're in Discord too. Bad Tree Blake, Jason's Garage. As long as everybody stays civil, you can come in, Blake. I don't care. That's the same rule for everybody. Aco, thanks a lot, man. Dean, it's Dean. Kind of waiting for William. William will probably be here in a minute. He always pops in. ASO, what's going on? There's William. What's up?
What's up?
Oh, I'm just out of it. I fell asleep sitting here again. Busting ass on that car today. I got a lot of little stuff done today, though.
My leg got welding burn from welding up a couple of small things.
Nice.
Got the beginnings of my winch mount for my Ram made. Square tubing that's an odd size. I won't get it in the mail until Monday. So next weekend I should be able to finish making that winch mount to pull up the Cushman.
Sorry about that, guys.
I got the exhaust hanger finally made for the Cushman, so the right side exhaust is no longer held up with a piece of galvanized wire.
Well, that's cool.
Finally got the seat mounted. I really should have had a video going for that, but for these little things I'm doing, but I just got getting carried away and just wanting to get it done. I haven't finished a couple of things. I may actually go ahead and do a video on it tomorrow.
That's my thing. I haven't. I do a little bit of filming here and there, but I think my next video is going to be when the car moves. And if the car don't ever move, then I'm never making another video. Damn it! No, it'll move.
Let me get a picture of it up. I'll show where the current state of the Cushman is.
All right, there we go.
All right, the seat in this picture is finally mounted all the way. So I just used some threaded rivet nuts, drilled a hole in the wood just big enough to have to hammer them in and tighten them up a little bit after that. But the seat's actually pretty solid. These posts right here are going to be for some banners with my channel logo on it right here on the side on both sides.
Oh, that's cool. That'll be cool, especially if you drive it around the pits and stuff.
The bed corners all have these pockets, and they already have 2 holes in it. So I'm just using existing holes for everything. I'm just putting threaded rivets in this angle iron and then mounting it to the bedside.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
So I still need to drill the holes for my string on both sides, but it's coming along good.
Yeah. I got my final list here, and it's not real long. All little stuff. Only got a couple more things to buy. I got to buy the shock mounts for the rear, so I could put shocks on it. I should have. When I took the old shocks off, those mounts came off, and I kept saying, "Oh, I got to get those out of there. I got to get those out." And then ended up throwing everything away. All the old shit away, and it's like, "Oh, I threw those away." Shit, those are probably like a Toyota by now.
I think I'm about squared away with everything I need to do on my cars. And the only other thing I need to do on my Cushman is do an oil change on it. Mostly because I have yet to do an oil change on it since I've got it running. So I need to change the oil filter, get some fresh oil in there and all that. But it'll be good.
Mopar Jeff, what's up? Let me start checking for some people here.
Engine Light, you should come in here.
Here. What's up, Blake?
What's up, Blake?
Brian, William, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
Oh, that's nice.
What have
you been up to?
Saturday. Oh, dude, busting knuckles on the Duck Pumpkin the past 2 days.
Yeah, how's that coming?
Transmission's in.
Nice. I can't wait to see that car. You gonna have time to test it, you think?
I think not this weekend, but next weekend I think is a test and tune at Tri-State, and that's like the last one before October because Tri-State does Division. Jesus, I can't speak. Division 5 NHRA class. So after next weekend, they're down in Topeka, Kansas, doing Division 5 stuff for quarterfinals.
Oh.
And then after that, they come back, like all the track staff, and I think they have like a test and tune and some kind of like a nostalgia deal. So hopefully I make it to the track, as long as the mystery converter that I put in today works.
I'm just hoping that transmission leak that I had is actually what I think it was. I'm not sure.
When you buy a Cope Racing trans brake valve body, you're not just buying the trans brake and the valve body. You're buying a bunch of holes drilled that you never thought you'd do and a bunch of machine work you thought you'd never do. And it sounds great, like you're just going to bolt it in. That's not the case, because the case gets a bunch of holes drilled in it.
Now, that's all for the trans brake stuff, though, right? Or
yeah,
you still got to do that if you just buy his regular valve body.
Right, yeah. So, like, in the pump, you got to mill down 0.200, a flat spot in the pump for the oil feed for the trans brake, which didn't know that before I bought the valve body. Well, when it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon and there's no machine shops open, Blake gets the file out and spends 2.5 hours filing.
Measuring and filing and measuring.
Micrometer and filing and measuring and every half hour I'd drop the jaw down in there. Oh, almost there. It was bad. But yeah, Duck Pumpkin is should be whipped back into shape tomorrow to where we can put all 4 tires on the ground and go do some test hits. I'm kind of torn because Mopar's on the Mississippi. It's a big car show swap meet up here in our area.
Yeah, that was one I was wanting to go to.
And that's tomorrow. So the goal was to get the car done today and then drive it to Mopar on the Mississippi tomorrow. But with, like I said, all these things that you don't realize. Like we've done, I think, 12 things that we've never done building a transmission before with this Cope Racing shit.
Yeah, but that thing's gonna be wild when it's done.
Well, then I'm reading the instructions, and you need the. I was just planning on putting it in because I wanted to do a big, 3-camera film Cope Racing valve body transmission build over the winter. Like, take time.
Yeah.
And everything. Well, that wasn't the case because our tranny shit the bed. So we got a shit show for you guys when it comes out.
Well, wasn't it? Well, I don't know. You were thrashing last year on the Nacho, weren't you?
Yeah. And the first time the Nacho ever seen the strip was at Sykeston last year, and that little Barracuda ran 890s pretty consistent. Its fastest time at Sykeston last year was I'm sorry, not 890s, 790s. But its fastest time was 785 last year.
Now you're probably the only. Well, I asked you because I think you're the only one who's been in contact with him. Is Duddy going to come this year or not?
Negative.
That sucks.
I know. His manual trans went out in the COD, and diesel transmissions are not cheap. And just like all of us, we're on a shoestring budget,
Yeah.
So, do you fix the truck and continue your livelihood, or you fix your truck and quit your job to go
drag racing? Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. He's not in the same place as he was.
Right.
He doesn't have Dodge Whisperer's shop it's got to make it harder on him.
Oh yeah.
He's farther away from Dodge Whisperer anyway.
Oh, Jesus, Brian, how far ahead do you think Knuckle Duster would be if he had a 4-post lift?
Yeah. And I could tell you one thing. I know I would have less. I would have had less welding BBs in my ear whenever I was welding in the subframe connectors.
That's why you don't use Q-tips, kids. If you want to get into welding, let the earwax build up. It'll save your eardrums. Trust me.
Yeah, I got spoiled at a very young age with lifts and everything because my dad ran a shop in a local town in my hometown, and he had hydraulic lifts, he had tire machines, balancers, everything, and I got spoiled on it at a very young age, and I want that back. but that costs a lot of money to get that back.
Yeah.
You start getting the gut like me and Brian, then you got to take the exhaust off the car if you just got jack stands,
You know, the funny thing is, I don't know if you guys can see in the pictures, but my car's on those rollers. You put one under each tire. I can move it around real easy. Mm-hmm. The ass end sits up so high when I put the drive shaft in, I didn't even have to jack it up. I just slid in underneath the back of it. Just
there you go.
But then I did end up having to jack it up because it's like, okay, I got this strap on now. Oh fuck, okay. But still, it was.
Yeah, Rich, you haven't welded until you're praying to God at 2:00 in the morning to stop the burn.
I was sitting down in my carport doing some welding on a couple of pieces, and my left leg got welding burn.
I don't mind getting sunburn
shorts
on skin from welding, but I do not mess with. I've gotten welding flash 2 times, and I thought I learned the first time.
I never had it bad. I guess I don't know if there's a difference in I've had it where it felt like I had sandpaper on my eyes, but I've heard guys getting it real bad where like you can't see and shit for a couple of days.
The first time I got it was a buddy of mine, Kurt Kessler, he had a 96 Dodge Neon and he wanted a fart cannon welded on his car because Fast and the Furious just came out, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, bring it over. I got a MiG Lincoln. I'll do it for you. Well, we were not able to get the car off the ground very high, so I couldn't have my welding helmet, which was not auto darkening back in the early 2000s. You know, those were like $150, $300 helmets back then. Now you can get one at Tractor Supply for what, $40? So back then it was like,
they sell them for that, like Harbor Freight too. Harbor Freight has them.
oh yeah. So back then it was like, well, I ain't got the room, so tack and squint. And that night we went to a party and I just shut down. I couldn't move. I couldn't see anymore because your eye skin, that layer gets sunburnt, so it puffs up. So your eyelids are used to rotating on this smooth area. And once it gets a little puffiness to it, your eyelids don't want to go down. So it's really hard to blink when you have welder splash. And the thing is, use that don't blink to your advantage, because once you do blink, the little skin muscles in your eyelids, they get locked down. And then you're trying to look and you can't because your eyelids are just locked in place where you can't see anything.
Yeah,
Wow.
I never had it that bad.
I haven't had that bad either. I've had a welding flash on my face before, but never that bad.
And then once your eyelids come up and you're getting driven home, the markers for the corners that are orange or whatever, the headlights, I mean, it looks like alien spaceships. Just big, huge orbs everywhere. You can't see anymore. And then you call to the hospital and you tell them what you got going on. They're like, Blake, don't worry. 55-year-old guys come in here crying, and just take aspirin and go into the closet, close all the blinds, wait 24 hours and you'll be better. Well, that 24 hours fucking sucks when you get it bad.
Yep.
Did you guys get any call outs this year?
Brad from Poor Boy's Garage, I think, wants to race Death Pumpkin.
Oh, that might be a good race.
I
Well, it depends.
I don't
You don't know. You don't really know because you've never been able to make a full pass with it.
See, the Death Pumpkin is a solid 20-second quarter mile car,
Yeah.
you know, so, you know, watch out, Brad. The thing pulled the first 20 foot before it spit the axles out. Like it was going to be the fastest pass I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And then the axles disengaged, and then I rolled through the traps 22nd. So, I mean, if you can have the first 20 foot of inertia still run you a 20-second pass,
Yeah.
it's got to be decent.
What about Jeremy's? He got anybody?
He called me out.
Well, how many car links you gonna give him?
I don't know. He thinks he's faster. Makes fun of the Death Pumpkin.
Well, unless you don't want to say, what was his fastest pass? Has he tested it with has he tested it with the new gears yet?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, okay.
So with 323s in the quarter, his best pass was 1240.
That's not bad.
That's
Not bad at all.
That's a damn good street strip car right there.
Yeah.
When I launched off the line, I felt like it was going to be a rocket ship compared to anything I've ever been in. So I'd imagine pumpkins in the 11s, but that doesn't mean shit. imagining anything, or ET
Yeah.
calculators, eighth mile to quarter mile time. Fuck all that.
Yeah,
I mean,
you gotta run it and find out,
So you got short track guys and you got super speedway guys.
That's like my buddy Dennis. He's been racing forever, and he keeps saying that he's never seen a 360 that's had anything done to it at all. He goes, in a Duster, should run 1250. I'm like, well, okay, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm going to run.
So 294 gears and a 318 Interceptor motor from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I ran a 16.2. And then we built the 30 over 360 with aluminum heads on it. And the first time I went out on the track, it was a 13.6. And then that motor eventually broke into where I was running 1268, 1271. I don't know, man.
See, you guys are now at the point, though. Now you guys got so many channel cars that you ain't got enough tow vehicles to bring all of them, don't you? You're gonna have to leave a Nacho at home, aren't you?
Well, maybe not.
I'd like to see Nacho out there. I'd like to see J-Lo run the Nacho.
So, Jeremy's Ford, which is the most viewed vehicle on our channel that none of you have ever heard of, because none of the people that watch it ever fucking comment.
I rode in that truck, didn't I? Yeah.
That truck has like 200,000 views.
Yeah.
Which is nothing compared to people that go viral and whatever, but that's like our big dick measuring thing for our channel, and nothing we ever do ever comes close to the Ford 460. But so that thing has a fifth wheel in the bed, and Annie, my fiance wife, we've been together for 9 years. Isn't it common by now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I can just call her my wife. So my wife at work, her boss has a 2-car trailer, gooseneck.
Ooh.
So we're like, okay, we can bring Death Pumpkin, Motley Crue Cab, and Nacho down to No Name, right? Make everybody fucking happy that loves fucking Nacho. Our channel is tanked since we haven't been putting any Nacho footage out. Well, now Jeremy's truck is doing that random just dies for no reason shit.
While I'm driving, or?
Yeah, remember we did that episode to go to Jay Matheson's place, Rabbit Transit Garage, and then I ended up downloading Uber on my phone.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It's doing the same fucking shit.
What was it last time?
Distributor. He's switched that out, and it's still randomly just cutting out and dying on them. So our whole plan was Jeremy's big Ford 460 350, gooseneck in the box. We pulled a 2-car trailer with Death Pumpkin and Nacho on it, and then behind my RV I'd pull Motley Crue Cab, because we want the lightest cars on the 2-car trailer,
Oh, you got an RV?
Yeah.
You done a video on that yet?
No.
Oh, well, you should.
It's a straight blast from the past.
See, people love that shit though, man.
1994 called, and they want you to step into their RV. It's brand new, dude. The people we bought it from were like 87 years old, and they lived in Arizona, and a family member died in Wisconsin, and they drove the RV up, and they inherited the house, and that's where they want to be at for the next couple of years. So we got a 454 big block, 60,000 mile Winnebago, 38 foot.
38? Damn.
Yeah. So I'm
The
gonna.
only bad thing is if you do take both those vehicles down, you're going to spend the same amount in gas as you did renting that one last year.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, when I drove it, I had to drive it an hour home. And it was pretty windy, so it was like driving a fucking billboard. And I think I got 11 miles to the gallon driving in the wind. But it doesn't matter. No matter what you do, that thing's going to get 11 miles to gallon.
Yeah,
No matter
yeah.
what.
That's the way those things are.
So I didn't want to buy a Ford. I didn't want to buy a Mopar. You know, I love Mopar, but if you're going to buy an RV, it's got to have a Chevy motor in it because you can go to the parts store and fix it. I don't know if you can with the Ford or a Dodge RV.
Well, the thing is, they made I think they made 454s way into the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
and 440s went out in 78. So, I mean, I guess there were some with 360s, but see, that would be my worry. Is okay, yeah, it's a 360, but you're pulling the weight of an RV and a car trailer with a small block.
Plus, you know, LP tank. You're full with water on top of it. Water's what, 6 pounds every gallon? And you hold it 2 gallons, that's another 600 pounds.
Now, here's one thing though. I did talk to John because my mom and dad are bringing their little camper down. And my dad wanted to know if there was a place to get water down there. And I asked John, and John said, yeah, you'll be able to get water at the track. So if that helps, I know it. Well, shit, it's got to help, you know?
Yeah. I'm just going to carry down what I have in it now and use the shower houses down there. But, like, you guys were down by the fat end of the track.
Yeah.
On the return area. I think I want to set up the corral in the corner of the entrance, back in that chain link corner.
Okay.
Come in where it's got like some overhead from the trees from the neighbor property.
How are we going to have a water balloon fight between the camps if you guys are that far away?
I mean,
drive by with Cushman.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got that little electric scooter.
I had the monkey bike. I thought it was locked up tighter than an NC because I tried firing it up last winter and I couldn't pull it. And the other day I walked into the shed and I pulled it and fired right up. I'm going to bring it, but I'm not entering that dumb monkey bike BS ever again, dude. If they see it there, and you should know, I'll just ghost ride it out into that highway in front of the track and let it get ran over and be like, let the two people run, get them off the track, and let the cars race. The monkey bike thing, man. Oh,
I want to take my Cushman down that track.
I heard that before.
They'll probably let you.
You've said it 17 times since last week, William. We know.
He likes his Cushmans.
I like my Cushman.
We know that. Yes. It's cool.
Well, there's John Cope.
You need to park us in the grass. No, John, you need to park by us. That's what you said out of your mouth. I need to hang out by the cool guys so I can party more. That's what Cope said. So wherever you see my RV at, that's where you need to park at. Well, just because John Cope's cool, and that'll add one cool person to our pits right there. From the 0 of the 5 that we're bringing.
Nah, everybody there's cool.
It's definitely not happening for this year, but for next year, I would love to have my 1970 pickup running good enough to pull my Charger.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
How far are you from the track, William?
I'm about 2.5 hours. Not bad.
He's the same as me, just the other direction.
All right. So, are you going to drive the Charger with the tow hitch behind it to pull the Cushman, or
No, my Ram is the Cushman's going to be in the bed of my Ram. I got another tailgate so I can cut out part of it, so the tailgate can be down with the back wheels of the Cushman on the tailgate. The cutout in the tailgate is going to be for the screw jack on the trailer. So my Ram's going to be having the 65 Cushman in the bed, pulling the Charger on a trailer.
I hate this that everything now has got short beds. Even full-size trucks, it's hard to get one without a short bed because everything Dodge makes is 4-door now. You can't hardly even get a 2-door truck anymore.
it's terrible. There are no trucks anymore, man. It's just
my brother-in-law was we were trying to plan on how we can get my Cushman to No Name, and my brother-in-law was measuring the bed on his 97 Ranger, and lengthwise my Ram and his 97 Ranger has the same length.
Yeah, everything is small.
Width is different. The width is wider on my Ram.
Yeah,
but the length is the same.
that's like I wanted to bring my golf cart down to No Name, but it's like it won't fit in anything. I'd have to bring another truck with a trailer. Hell, I'm still figuring out getting the car there, but I got more than one backup plan, so the car will be there.
Oh yeah.
Running condition or not, depending on how this transmission shit works out, it'll be there.
I want to show my ingenious exhaust mount for the Cushman.
Do you already have that bed cut? Or that tailgate cut?
Not yet, no.
Oh, I want to see that when you're done.
I'm gonna have a video on that for sure. These are 2 original Cushman exhaust hangers that I've just welded together, and then
Oh, okay, I see right
put them
there.
on like that. Yeah, and then the left pipe is held up with an exhaust hanger, so it's not going nowhere.
Why does your
Right.
Cushman have better exhaust than your Charger?
Charger's got cutouts. Cushman don't.
It's because you can't find none that small.
I could probably make my own, but then again, it would probably make it. Honestly, it would probably make it sound like crap.
That is funny. I think I've got some pictures. I know I got some. I don't know how many people have seen, except in Discord, have seen my car with the front bumper on it. See if I can find that.
Wait, you're not using a piece of 2x4?
No, I actually got a bumper. Can't believe it. There it is.
If anybody remembers the green brick, that was the reference I was using. Mopar Action, the mag.
Here we go. I'm always slower at this on my own live. Front bumper makes the whole car look different.
It really does.
You suck it in.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, no. In this picture, it was just put up there. I've got it all. It's actually right now.
Looks good. I like black and purple, man. That's a good look.
When I do the roll bar, and I think I'm gonna do I'm actually thinking about. I know I'm gonna do the roll bar, paint it purple whenever I put it in. That'll be next year, but I'm actually thinking about down the side. You know how the body lines go, and there's that big space, wide spot, like a flat spot on the side of the car.
Yeah.
It's like that high up. I was thinking about doing that in that purple. But I don't know. The car's got to show me it's going to go down the track before I do anything at all paint wise to it.
Well, as far as anything visual like that, You could always you could always Photoshop it just to have
Let's
a
see what
rough
it's gonna
idea
look
of
like,
what it
yeah.
looked like.
Now, that was another thing I did today.
Don't psych your own self out with Photoshop.
I've got all kinds of chips in it now, and I was going around with a Sharpie marking all the chips. That's the thing I like about the flat black.
Right.
Let's go over it with a Sharpie. There you go. Ah, it looks fine.
Well, you know, they did make red Sharpies, Brian.
Yeah, they made red cars too. You see what I did with it? That car could have been brown or green or, well, I don't, maybe even yellow, and I would have left it alone, but it's just a one color. But how are you going to pass up a $500 Duster?
You
Especially one that's got most of the floors in it. And
well, before you started doing all the shit to it, what was I trying to do?
Huh?
I was trying to buy it from you before you even did it.
Well, yeah, because you were like, that car's solid. I'm like, it's pretty solid. I mean, it's got some Bondo in it, but you know what? I don't care.
I miss the old Cruster Duster. Damn it.
You need to get you another one. They're just so high now, though. Damn, the prices on A bodies went stupid.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm almost feeling blessed right now for how much I got the 68 Dart for. You know, I thought I was going to make here's a path on YouTube to take to entry level drag racing, but not running 16s, but running like 11s or 10s.
Yeah,
that was my whole mindset was, oh man, this car is solid. It's got a cage. It's, 451 stroker. Not the case. Cage, not that great. Not the case. Rear end in the car, 8 3/4 A-body rear end, great. Oh, lunchbox locker, that's garbage in it. So I kind of made a YouTube series of how to buy something and spend all that money at once to race cheaply, to where it's like, no, it's no matter what the fuck you do. You could buy a $3,000 car or a $10,000 car. You're gonna have to do the motor, the tranny, the rear end, the brakes, suspension, cage, everything. No matter what you do.
In some ways, I wish, like with the motor, I think you'd want to build that yourself anyway, just so you know for sure what's in it.
Right.
And that's the one thing that I kick. Well, I don't really kick myself because I got a hell of a deal on that motor from Jed, but I don't know anything that's in that motor.
Yeah,
people ask me, "Oh, what cam's in there?" I don't know.
You don't know. Hey, what's the crank? Is it 10 under? I don't know.
I don't have a clue.
Don't know. And that's where I'm at right now. I've physically touched every single thing and bad treed the Dart as much as I can, except for the rods and the crank. Those are in the cam. That's the mystery of the whole car now.
Have you had the pan off of it?
No, it doesn't have a
get the motor out.
I had the front timing chain off of it, and it didn't even have a windage tray. So,
see, I popped the motor. I when I had that motor, I put it up on a stand and rolled it over and took the intake off to put the tunnel ram on, but then I popped the oil pan off, and everything in there looked nicer than any motor I've ever taken the oil pan off of. So I'm not really worried about that. But
the Dart sounds pretty lumpy. I'm guessing it's probably got something equivalent to like a 509 hydraulic, And I got that larger cam, that solid lift cam, but man, like the days are just winding down.
Yeah.
So, I got the 125 shot nitrous plate. That's going to probably stay off the car. I just want to get it to where I can go to Lambert's and go down the track.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
I don't care if it's the fastest.
I'm hoping I can do Lambert's in the car.
Like I got shit that can make the car faster. I don't care about that right now. I want to baseline the car with the 30/400 block, and then I can document it that way. And then I can build a mountain motor and continue on from that.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. Is everything that mechanically with my car, the way it is the way it's going to be for this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that's going to be the way it's going to be next year, because you got a whole year after that. And
like the transmission that I just built, I wanted to build it over winter, and take my time and paint it and do all this whatever. I wanted it to look like, the tail shaft was green and put some black paint in it so it looked like a pumpkin stalk.
yeah,
And then the bell housing would be orange with black through it and make it look like a jack-o'-lantern, just to go with the death pumpkin theme. But
yeah,
you know
well,
what?
you can still do that because if you're going to be pulling the motor out anyway, you might as well pull motor and trans together and
That sounds pretty cool, though.
go back and do that when you
Well,
got all winter.
The $5 that the car wash would take, because 20s and 50s ain't going through it. It's as clean as the train is going to get.
Yeah.
Oven cleaner from a dollar store across the street, and man,
I found out a good one.
Whew.
I found out a good one. Dollar Tree, you could buy kitty litter in little 1 pound bags for $1.25 each.
Really,
Yeah,
that's the perfect amount.
I bought like 3 of them today. It's like, yes.
I got 3 spills in my future.
No, it was 1. Hold on, let me show you that. I'm pretty sure you've seen that.
You're a transmission line bypass, right?
I don't know if it was a transmission line now.
So that's
Really?
That's what scares me.
to be driving the Dart tomorrow. I got to get tranny lines to tranny cooler. That's how much my finger bled the other day.
That was, we jacked the car up, put it in gear, or I pulled it into reverse. The back tire spun a little bit, then all of a sudden, bleh, on the ground. And I was like, oh shit. So,
Where's it coming from?
not sure yet.
Uh,
Two places that I'm finding it could be
Dipstick
coming
poop.
from. I was thinking dipstick because I didn't have it bolted down. I just got it bolted in today to where it's in there solid. I thought it was where I looped the tranny lines, but I got underneath there today, and that's all still on there real good. So I'm like, But my dad's coming out to the shop with me tomorrow. I may fire it up and try it again. And if it leaks, I could have him look and see where it's leaking at. Just so I know for sure.
what valve body's in that transmission?
The one that I put the T3 kit in.
So something I never knew about until a couple of weeks ago is you're supposed to tap and put a set screw in the park gear. If you have a manual valve body, it puts too much pressure towards the back of the case.
Yeah.
And what you end up doing is you end up flooding the tail shaft with tranny fluid, and your rear carrier area doesn't get enough lube, and that's when I had my meltdown. But if your rear tail shaft seal has shit the bed, it's spewing all that fluid in that rear tail shaft out.
Yeah, but if you look where it's all at, it doesn't look like it was coming from the rear.
Cope just corrected me. See, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm more of a help you spitball kind of guy.
All right. Well, John, I may be texting you tomorrow, and you may have to show me where that's at.
Lower
reverse test port. I don't even know what that is. Well, guess what?
It's probably a
I've got Google.
It'll be visually seen on the outside of the case.
There's probably supposed to be some kind of a plug in the side of the transmission around probably one of the
servos,
or one of the servos goes, and that plug's probably not there, or was probably there and then got blown out. What probably wasn't tight.
And that's all that shit's on the side of your tranny lines, I think.
I had to. I was testing some transmission pressures in my truck after I did the 727 in that one, and somebody had put a brass Allen key plug in, and it got stripped out, and I had to drill it out very carefully and was able to use an ease out to get it out.
So now that John's in here, so I was eating my, breakfast hot dog, John, with all the fixins. No ketchup, of course. Reading your instructions. I thought I knew shit about transmissions, and after doing all John's stuff, I don't know shit. Damn.
I'm gonna grab a book, grab one of my books real quick and see what John Cope thinks about it.
Yeah, because I can't find a picture.
It looks so nice just sitting there. And then until I had to put it in the car, then it was a pain in the ass.
So you got to go after that Just Mopar Joe bounty now.
Not worried. Joe's like me. You win more, or no, you lose more than you win. That's before I got in the live with you guys. Tranny in the car.
Nice.
Oh, I think I forgot to shut that flashlight off, though.
That's just batteries.
And then here's me leaking tranny fluid yesterday.
Ew.
Yeah, them Cope valve bodies are sharp. I'll get you.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
on the outside.
just Mopar Joe's one of my best buddies. But, being that he's such a good friend, I'll help him load his car onto his trailer when I fucking knock him out of the bracket this year.
Well, that's kind of the thing, though. That's what I've been saying, or at least it's what I've seen. I haven't raced at No Name, but I've kind of been seeing it's kind of like even if somebody beats you, we're all kind of friends. So you're actually, I don't know if you actually, you don't feel as bad when you get beat by a buddy.
No.
That's
why it makes it so much easier to talk shit, because
yeah,
what's going to happen? Oh, I lost. Oh, I've lost more than I've ever won. Trust me, I'm okay with losing.
Mm-hmm.
I've won.
I guarantee just about everybody's lost more than they've ever won. You know what I mean?
I've been racing since 2001, and I've only won 8 times. I'm totally cool with losing. But I can say that I'm goated because I have actually won. I've been there.
Yeah.
So me losing to Joe or Joe losing to me, I guarantee neither of us will give a shit.
No, you'll congratulate the other one.
Oh, yeah.
Just because you're friends,
And when you watch the No Name National footage from last year, no matter whose channel it is, when you're not racing and you're filming and you're going, yeah, woo, yeah, that's how you tell who's really got your back or who your friends are, and
what a lot of it is you're going, yeah, woo, and you're not saying anybody's name because you don't really care who wins because you're gonna be happy if either one of them wins. Yeah. It's like,
fuck that hippie. Wait, what? Apparently, Jeremy's my first and only call out so far. Dart versus Dart.
Well, if I feel all right with this thing going down the track, which I got should be fine.
And I never took Nacho down the track until last year at Sykeston.
I think I'd like to race Jeremy if he'd be up for it, but you don't need to make a video or anything. We just make a deal there,
Well, when Battery Productions are around, we're filming everything, Brian. So
Oh well, yeah, unlike me, I don't film shit. I've been working on a car for 2 weeks. I think I busted a GoPro out twice. It's like, yeah.
no, I think it's going to be fun. I try to talk shit in the lives, to try to drum up a little bit more excitement. Sometimes it's like a face palm and nothing happens.
Well, that's kind of the thing. If you
Like when I was trying to talk shit to Dallas the other night in his live, I'll race that Thunder Chicken. Loser drinks a craft beer.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then
he was like, well, what's that thing gonna run? It's like, why does it matter?
Yeah, he gets all serious about it, and I'm like,
what's it matter? Just run,
So
J-Bo.
I texted him. I said, hey, the way you were acting, no more craft beer. It's Bud Light.
Oh. Well, that's like they always talk about him and Shane talk about how they used to match race and all this stuff all the time. It's like, well, recreate that now. But now Dallas is like, well, you did this to the car, you did this to the car. It's like, who cares? Get out there and run, have fun.
Man, the thing that bothers me the most about No Name Nationals is the stigma that it has around it is people that have never raced or don't know how to race. This is their event.
I don't think it's necessarily like
when I hear about outside channels that talk about it, a bunch of people that never raced before. And I'm like,
there's
shut
gonna be plenty
up.
there that have raced.
Everybody's having fun. It don't matter who's raced before and who hasn't. As long as everybody's having fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah, but the thing is, I could understand if you drag racing is what you do and it's your thing, and you're going to this event and you know that there actually is a bunch of other people there.
And there is.
Yeah. Hell.
It's not a bunch of people that are just bringing their Skylark out.
Yeah, there's going to be some real racing going on.
Just because guys don't run, I'll try to put it in the 8th mile stuff for the people that seem to watch all this. If you're not running 6 seconds doesn't mean you're not a drag racer that is your first time out there. There's plenty of guys that are in the bracket racing that find the time that they like and that's what they're comfortable with, and they run a 1290, a 1230, an 1140 car, and they'll leave it that way, and they won't do the stupid shit that we do every year trying to go faster.
Well, that's like there's one guy around here. He races Mopars and he makes money racing. He wins, but he's not the fastest guy out there.
No,
because he's bracket racing. He found right where he wanted that car to be. It'll do it every time, and boom, and that's how he wins. He doesn't win by being the fastest. Not in bracket racing.
I sit at Tri-State and watch Nostalgic Superstock run, and they're all running like 10s and 11s, and then here comes this Valiant, and he clips off a slant 6 18-second pass, and he's having the fucking time of his life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I understand exactly what you're saying, because you've got guys like you, Joe, Cope. He's done a lot of racing. Jeremy's done some racing. Patrick's done a lot of racing.
318 will run.
Yeah. J Ray.
Oh, Ray has been like full time the past 2 years. Every weekend.
Well, my buddy Dennis from Twisted Mopar. He's made the 500, but
trailered up going over this weekend.
Yeah, he's been racing since about the time I was born. So
But then you see silly shit like Lunar Outlaw Garage that wants to go drag racing with rubber bands on the back tires, and he shows look how powerful my car is, and he's burning through first, second, and third trying to launch.
He ain't ever going to show up to the damn race anyway.
You're not building the damn drag car, and I'm so glad and happy that Punisher Le Mans bought some 15-inch rims to get some drag radials, because that car wasn't going to do shit on rubber bands. That's just, you got to be a donk car that's making 1,500 horsepower, get down the track on rubber bands. You know, there is no Trans Am racing cars out there on their road course race tires beating drag cars on 15s.
Well, that's like everybody says that. From what I have heard, everybody's telling Two Hacks Jeff he needs to get some slicks. Those drag radials ain't quite gonna cut it. I don't know. I don't know about. I mean, I know if you go to a drag radial race, they prep the track totally different.
He's got Hoosiers, right?
I don't know what he's got.
No, they're Mickey I think they're Mickey Thompsons, maybe.
Yeah.
But he needs like Mickey Thompson ET drag stars or bracket pros.
They make some drag radials that really hook now. Well, the Hoosiers actually wrinkle up, don't they?
The Hoosiers are garbage, man.
From what I heard, they actually wrinkle up.
You can wrinkle up and you can still spin.
Yeah.
Hoosiers, from everything I see where I'm at, and our track isn't as prepped as I don't even think Sykeston was. So whoever said Sykeston wasn't prepped doesn't drag race hardly at all. But I think Mickey Thompson Pro Bracket radials are probably the best option that you have. They actually a real true slick, if you put it back to back with the Bracket Pro, is slower than with the Radial Bracket Pro. Not slower than the ET Street, which has the grooves in it, but
yeah.
And then there's a difference in the sizes with a real true slick versus the Bracket Pro. Like a 2810.5 slick is actually 29 inches tall.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's like my my big ass tires on my car they're like a street slick. They're like a cheater, like the old style cheater slicks. They're slicks with grooves cut in them.
Mm-hmm.
But it says 31.16.5 on it. And Dennis gave me his old God, what are they? They're like 32.14 something, and they're the same size tire. It's like,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? Dean, I understand fully. I see you in the comments. Just don't do it. You know, I wish the BFG bracket radials were still available, because that's what we used to run in the early 2000s. And like Jeremy does good burnouts, but he learned it from the best. I used to holocaust every set of BFGs on the back of the Aspen before I'd race, and it was like nuclear burnout every fucking round. And I don't have to do that anymore because the Mickey Pro brackets, you don't have to hardly even turn them, and they're sticky as hell.
What is yours? Well, yours has just your. Are you running the drag radials on yours?
I got the Pro bracket.
Oh, okay.
Same tire that you seen on Nacho last year. When I was in the burnout box, you never seen smoke from me.
Yeah, well, you didn't have any problem getting traction last year in Nacho, did you?
Those tires, man. You don't. They don't need.
I don't see myself having any problem getting traction. I'm not making nowhere near that much horsepower to lose traction with the damn size tires I got. You know,
now you just need to have the brakes to hold back your RPM.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is, you start pushing through around 1600 RPM, and what's everybody got for a converter when they're drag racing? It ain't 1600 RPM converter, is it?
I think mine's like a 25, 28, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
I need more converter. I'm gonna need that. That's one thing I am gonna do over the winters. I'm probably gonna get with Shane. and be like, tell me what I need for this car because
$800. Boom. I'm your man. This is what Shan's going to tell you.
I want to change the
Converter.
converter in my Charger.
converter's crazy. Yeah.
Used to be all 250, 350, somewhere in there.
As far as I know, it's a bone stock converter. As far as I know.
Yeah, it probably is.
Well, William, get a hold of Just Mopar Joe, and you can send that down for $250. It can get cut open and reflashed, and that's a quarter of the money of what you'd spend on a brand new converter.
Well, and that's the
Reflash.
thing too is
Reflashed meaning
The turbines and shit inside of it. So where the stall's at is where the flash point's at. So they can your converter, and they can set the flash to wherever you want it. As long as the drum of the converter is like you got a 12, 11, 10, 9-inch.
mm-hmm.
I'm sure they have their limitations of what RPM you can flash at, but
yeah.
Talk to Just Mopar Joe if you want to get a hold of that. $250 if you got a converter that took a shit on you to get it rebuilt and reflashed to whatever RPM you want. $250 is freaking, that's a song, dude.
Yeah, well, with this one still being okay, I don't really want to
drag race that car anyway.
I wouldn't actually mind saving the money up and actually just buying another one.
The
Since
thing
this
is,
was
though,
working
William
fine.
should drag race his Charger and not
Oh,
put it in the burnout contest because he's like, I don't want to hurt my car drag racing it. Let's do something that's actually going to hurt my car.
No, but the
drag
thing
racing would have been nicer to the Charger than the burnout contest was.
your speedometer would probably
Totally ass backwards on that whole thought process, man.
I've got a Hemi automatic, so I know my transmission's fine.
I got a 71 HP 727 that I threw all the factory shit out the fucking window and replaced it. So I mean,
and you weren't even being hard on it. That's the problem. Shit can go. But the thing is, William, I wouldn't even worry about a torque converter for you. You're not going to race that car. You just want the car as a driver. Just leave the stock shit in it.
I wanted to have better performance, and with this 44 284 cam, I think those cams do.
You need to buy one of those bubbles
bit
that you park your car in, and it's got its own. You need to buy one of the bubbles for your Charger. Because it sounds like you're on like a 3 to 5 year plan on Cushman's. And that Charger can't just be sitting out in the elements getting stale.
Oh, it's the Charger has
mold.
Charger
wants to go to the damn drag strip, William. Let its freak flag fly. God dang it. Engine Light Garage.
Engine Light. And my sister in the background.
What's up, everybody?
Brian, share my picture real quick. I want to show John Cope my that transmission book I picked up a while back. Copyright date 1982, the 9th edition. This thing has the oil passage diagrams and everything in here.
Did it have what he was talking about in it?
What was he talking about?
I don't know. I totally forgot.
I believe since the year the book was published, there was a lot greater technology put into those books.
Yeah, what's in here is Chrysler, GM, Ford, and miscellaneous, which includes AMC.
William, write this down. The name Tom Hand, like hand.
Low reverse test port.
Tom Hand.
Write that down.
He's got the Bible to the 904 727 torque flight, and it's all in modern day color, pictures, step by step, everything.
There it is. Had to get my sticky notes.
I think I got that book, Blake. I totally forgot I had that book.
That's like, you got to keep that. That's Bible.
What was that again?
Tom Hand. 904 727 torque flight. Now, John Cope's never heard of Tom Hand. And it's really funny that I have Tom Hand and John Cope on my Facebook page at Bad Tree Productions, and they don't know each other, and they're both wizards of the torque flight. But both of their publications, they basically cross each other as being really good information for doing up a torque flight.
No,
So check that out. It's a really good investment, William. You won't.
I think I bought that book before I rebuilt the transmission that's in my truck because I wanted a physical service manual, some kind of service book that I could look at and read and just get my knowledge up before I got
one he's
that one.
talking about. If it's the
rebuilt.
same one I've got, it's good. It's got a lot of pictures. I like
And
books with a lot of pictures.
You know, the really funny thing is, Brian, is we're showing in our videos when we're building our 904 or 727 that we're using Tom Hand's book, and all of a sudden Tom Hand's commenting on our videos.
Oh, that's funny.
and then he's sending us full color picture blown up posters of every single damn piece inside of a torque flight, and then I think he sent us another book and some other shit, and he's a really reachable person. If you ever have a question, he's right on Facebook. Tom Hand, message him. He'll get back to you.
Isn't it kind of neat though that whenever you do this stuff and like certain people, like when John Cope first came into one of my lives, I was like, oh my God, he's going to think I'm a fucking idiot because we're sitting here talking about stupid shit. And now it's like, oh, he just laughs right along with us. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
okay.
Cope's as dumb as the rest of us fuckers.
Yeah.
I think I found that book on Amazon. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Next time I get paid, I'll probably go ahead and buy it.
Yeah.
I called him up the other day about a question in the transmission, and he was less than hospitable when he answered the phone and kind of yelled at me a little bit, and so then I made sure to give him shit in my video. So
well, you guys know that, or I don't know. I remember he was in one of your videos, like walking by. Who is that? Galen?
Oh, Galen Govere.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good friends with us. My dad went to high school with them. So Galen Govere's got the numbers matching Bible. And he owns a company called GTS, Galen's Tag Services. So anybody that's got a, Charger with a Hemi in it, they will pay Galen to fly out to their place and have Galen go over and make sure it's a numbers matching car. Now there's a 50-50 split down the fucking middle. Hate and love that man, audience out there. And I love him. He sent me just a couple weeks ago GG6 green fastback 68 Barracuda. That's the one my dad had.
Mm-hmm.
Just wasn't a Formula S. And they were asking $6,000. I got way too much money tied up in the dirt. I really appreciate it. That's my dream car, but I can't do it. Super sweet, nice guy. The people that give him the hate on the internet are the people that spent $1.2 million on a Hemi car. And then they hire him to come out to say, yeah, this is, this isn't right. This isn't right. That's not right. This was never a Hemi car. It was a 318 car. So they spend all this money, and this guy comes out and tells you, oh, you're an idiot.
When they should have had him come out before they spent all that money.
So all the bad publicity that Govere gets is people that have a lot of money that spent more money than they should have on some shit that isn't real. And that's where a lot of the hate comes for Govere.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can tell people don't know who the fuck he is when they call him Govier and Govere. It's Galen Govere. That's how you pronounce
it. The thing is, though, it's like you guys know him. He walked by in one of your videos, but there's a lot of people that would see him and be like, "Ooh, I can't go talk." They're like,
No, it's
People
just,
like that.
hey, Galen, what's up, brother?
Yeah.
How's the Barracuda coming along? Good. You know, you got to remember, J-Bo was in high school the same time Galen was, and there's a lot of like Royce from Coon Megaparts. Have you heard of Megaparts before? Out of Coon Valley, Wisconsin.
I think I have. Yeah.
Yeah, Judd has the rockers in his Hemi from Megaparts, and that's Royce, and he's from our area. And it's, you got Royce and you got Galen Govier, and then you got closeted Mitch McShane, who's a Mopar big block guru that goes under a different alias. He doesn't use his real name, who's my neighbor. And then you got me and J-Bo, who are like the low-hanging fruit of these guys. Oh, we're on YouTube.
That's kind of what I'm like now with all these guys I'm meeting. Every Mopar guy around here, I'm like, yeah. Because a lot of these guys, I mean, there's a lot of Mopar guys around this area, around St. Louis. And it's like, I go and I see their cars, and it's like, yeah, you don't even want to see my car. I'm telling you. Because you'll just look at me like I'm some kind of idiot. But
Not this guy, because I love A-bodies.
I did go. It kind of, and it freaked me out a little bit. But we needed a piece. Dennis was helping me with my car. I wouldn't be able to have one. That car would not be half as far along without Dennis. I'm glad I finally got a friend that.
Thank you, Dennis.
That will fucking actually do what they say they're going to do. But he had a buddy who lives just like 2 towns over. He had the piece for the shifter, a little piece for the shifter. So we go over there. He gets a piece, and we're all sitting there talking for a minute. And then I mentioned something about No Name Nationals, and he's like, "I thought that's who you were." I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You got that YouTube channel on." I'm like, "Yeah."
You got recognized.
Oh my god.
Wait until they ask you to sign an autograph, dude.
No, I'm never gonna get that big. I'm
Dude,
sorry.
that's so messed up.
Gonna get that big.
It happened when we were at Indy before I ran into you. Got to ask for an autograph. I'm like, no, for real. You're just fucking with me. It happened on 6th Summer. Somebody seen me. Can you sign my shirt? I watch your channel all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I had that one guy. That's the only 2 times I've ever been recognized. There was a guy that was that
Look
time.
at Davo's
I
comment.
had Indy. There was a guy at Indy walked up behind me. He walked up behind me and he's like, "Shouldn't you be working on your duster?" I'm like, "Who the hell are you?"
Mhm.
I turned around like I thought it was like another YouTuber. I turned around, I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you are. And he was like, "Yeah, I watch your channel." He was like, "I came here looking for Jed." And I'm like, I was like, his dad's right over there. And I just turned around and walked away. I fucking sick this guy on Jed's dad because I didn't want to. I don't know. It freaks me out.
See, I'm just waiting to be like, you know, everybody hates me on the channel. Don't you mean you want J-Bo or Jeremy? You know,
Did anybody did
I'm
that
the
person
POS
ask for
guy.
J-Bo or did that person ask where J-Bo or Jeremy was?
No, it
Oh,
was
that's cool.
weird. I know. We got Wilburn in here saying the only thing he ever wanted signed is a check.
You know, speaking of that, like when I was talking about when John Cope was in my live, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I still remember when I had like maybe 100 subscribers, and we were doing these lives with nobody watching, and fucking John Wilburn jumped in, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this dude hangs out with Uncle Tony. He's fucking cool." And now it's like, "Oh, okay, it's John Wilburn."
I remember the first time I talked to John, I'm like, "Do you feel like a gatekeeper for Uncle Tony because you're associated with him?" And I don't need to ask Tony any questions, but is that what it's like? He's like, "Kinda, yeah." You know, like they associate with each other. But now I think John's got such a name for himself
Yeah.
that,
Oh yeah.
you know, he's got a great. I almost think it should just stop being John Wilburn. It should just be the Wilburn Show.
The Wilburn Show.
You know, and I made logos and I've sent them to him tens of times, saying Wilburn Show, Wilburn Show. Nah, I'm just gonna leave it. So John, you're in here. I've always been out trying to help, lending the olive branch, but he's a stubborn asshole.
Well, Jabo, I remember when you first came in, you said you just woke up. I actually sat here and fell asleep before the live, and I was like, woke up right when it was supposed to go live. I'm like, oh shit, okay. Well, I gotta go take a piss real quick. So, old man naps. Old man naps are awesome.
Yeah, I've been just like the past year and a half, I've been getting a couple of those in. You know, squeeze them in when you can.
They'll come more often.
And they wipe me out for the rest of the day.
They'll creep up on you is what'll happen.
I almost feel like I'm hungover when I wake up from a nap.
Mm.
It's not good.
It takes me a minute, but I'm good after a nap. I like naps.
I gave up on it. Right. I don't need to be an asshole 3 times in a day.
Hell, I did that whenever that transmission leak happened. Dennis was there, and I'm like, yeah, I'll fix it next week. Because we've been busting ass on it. And I just sat there in a chair with a fan on me, and I fucking fell asleep for about 2 hours and then woke up. Like, oh, okay, I guess I better go home. Yeah.
Hey, Brian, can you do me a favor quick?
What?
Your clock in the background is off.
Well, yeah, it's off. It's way off. It needs to be up on the red right now.
Yeah. So how confident are you going to be in Knuckle Duster this year, since you had 2 years to build it?
Yeah, well.
And last year you always said that, you know, I'm not guaranteeing that the car is not going to be there, but I do recall hearing something about a guarantee that it would be there this year.
Oh, it'll be there this year.
Okay.
It'll be there. I'm
Hey, Ryan, we'll just
100%
put you down.
confident that it will be there.
And like last year, when we're all going to push a car to do a race, that never happened. So let's not.
You know what? My car is ready to be pushed right now. I got the steering, all that. That's what I worked on today. Was
The wheels have been graphited.
No, I don't want to push it.
I'll pull it with the Cushman.
I don't think they'll allow that. No, it's got brakes and steering now.
Will you be hit your Cushman limit for the live?
No, he hasn't.
And
No.
4 more Cushmans.
I got a few more in me.
He'll pop up at least 10 more times.
Oh man.
No, I'm hoping that the transmission isn't something. I mean, if it is, it is, but it's a little late now.
Did it have the tranny on the motor when you got it, or is this
No,
just
this is
got the
one
motor?
Me and my dad put this transmission together.
Oh, okay. With Transgo kit.
Yeah,
TF2, TF3.
3.
Okay, sweet.
The only thing I'm not confident about was where that valve that they have you grind into a certain shape. I was like, I got it close, but then in the instructions it said you just got to get it close. It's like, all right, but you know, I'm a machinist, so it's like I'm like, man, if I could just put that on a lathe, I could get it perfect. But
well, so you took parts with you to work,
I could have.
because there's the piston that goes to the rooster comb.
It's been so long, I don't even remember anymore.
I think that gets.
You got to grind it down to a certain shape.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
mill
it's quite a bit of grinding to do on it.
bevel it, or I don't.
Yeah, you just put a big bevel in it, but we'll see.
Who knows, man? Transmissions are a fucking guess. You know,
But I
the
know- I
little
know- I know
dude
all
in the
the
head of
internal-
Men in Black that was running all the controls. That's what the inside of your tranny looks like.
Yeah.
A little alien in there. Oh, second gear? How'd that happen? I don't know. Talk to
That
the
little
alien.
alien's ass.
But I-
decided, we're gonna put transmission fluid over the floor.
Hey, thank God for your fathers, because if it wasn't for fathers, nobody would get passed down the knowledge of how to.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I 100% agree. You know.
You know, and you think what's inside of a transmission? There's 4 clutches and 4 steels in the first drum set, and then there's some more clutches and steels in the next drum set, and then there's some shims, and then you got some big veiny fucking valve body up above doing all the work. There's not really much.
Well, you know what though? I'm more freaked out by like going into a manual transmission. I don't know if I'll ever do that. That looks like all kinds of wizardry going on in there.
No, it's easier.
It might be.
Automatic scares me. Way too many rings.
There ain't nothing to them.
You just see more gears in a manual right in your face. But
Yeah,
when
that's
you
what.
blow a
That's what
clutch
freaks
pack
me out.
apart. It's like there's less pieces in a manual transmission.
Yeah.
You know,
But I was kind of like I was kind of like you though. You know, you grew up with your dad rebuilding automatic transmissions.
I grew up in a house
same
where the
thing.
table in the basement that he worked on transmissions was being held up by transmissions. It didn't have like 4x4. It was a table made out of 727s with a piece of 4x3/4
That's actually
by
pretty
8.
cool.
What about carburetors? How many carburetors got built on your kitchen table?
Oh my God, thermoquads up the ass, dude, just everywhere. Like when he would drag me to a swap meet, he'd give me $20 in the morning and say, "I want 4 thermoquads." You know, it's okay if you get the double tube. I want the single tube. Or no electronic choke on the side of it. When early '90s, you could be, picky about the thermoquads you brought back to your father. And me and Dustin, we both would have $20, and we'd come back to our dad's with 4 thermoquads, $5 a piece. And then one day a guy asked for 15. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. It's a $5 carburetor. I ended up buying it for 10 because I had electronic choke on the side of it. Then sold it on eBay for 175.
But that's like, that same thing though. That's like dusters. That's like A bodies. Those used to be, if it was running and driving great, it was a $500 car.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you had to do work to it, it was a $100 car. Most
Yeah.
of them always had rust though. I think a lot of them had rust from the factory. Factory rust.
It's either we all need to win the Powerball or shit's got to get cheaper. Because this whole shit getting more expensive stuff ain't working for
You
me.
just got to keep what you got.
I'll sell you a dart. It's orange.
No, I've got one other duster I'd like to get my hands on, but
32,000 is yours.
I'm hoping, yeah. You know what? That was probably worth it.
I don't know.
I know a guy. Well, with it being race cars are weird if you go to sell them because you got to sell them to a racer.
Yeah, but my race car has carpet in it.
Mine
How
does.
about that?
Did you have door panels? Mine don't have door panels yet.
There are door panels around.
Does it have a headliner in it?
There's one of those in a garage somewhere.
May or may not go to the car, but it's in the garage.
It's a headliner.
Had headliner in the description at one time. You don't have to worry about mice, Brian. Whatever.
Yeah.
Settle down.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't have a bunch of interior in my car to keep the rats in.
Those mice were factory
I'm just
options.
trying to preserve the car longer than I'm around. Get
Those
rid
are
of your
factory options too. You got free mice with every Mopar.
You know, hey, roll cage. What if the wind blew really bad one day? You know, thinking about my car's future beyond me.
Yeah. Well, also you
There's the
think about
next
your own
pre-order.
safety too.
Yeah, well, no.
You've been in accidents. You're like, no, I got to be safe.
I plan on that many more accidents the rest of my life.
Yeah. Well, you probably planned on that many to start out with. Everybody plans on that many.
That's how I got there, Brian. If I thought I had this many, I would have never gotten them.
No, I'd have got it all of when I was 20 and then been fine for the rest
Live
of
a
the
life that you're going to be fine until shit isn't. Then heal up, then go back to doing what you're doing.
That's the way I'm building this car. I build it like, hey, it's going to be fine. And when it's not, it's not. Okay, whatever.
I bought the V-twin Yamaha, and I got told I was R-word by a bunch of my friends. Since I ended up breaking my back and getting my knee, I had to relearn how to walk and all this shit, and I was on a bike. I was not even on a bike. I was on a moped when I got hit.
Yeah, but now you got a
Like-
car with a cage in it, so you're safe. Those
Yeah.
fucking 16-year-old girls hit you.
I'll tell you one thing, Brian.
Good.
On the 1600 V-twin Yamaha, blasting 80 miles an hour down to 45, cutting it up,
I can't do that shit.
you don't feel any more free. And then a fucking farm truck comes around the corner and makes you feel alive real quick.
I've felt that before. We had this back road we used to drive, and there was a plant that it was a place that basically they disposed of nuclear waste.
Oh, Byron Drag Race Park in Wisconsin.
I come flying. I was in El Camino at the time. Come flying around this turn, and there's a fucking giant truck pulling out of there with the big black fucking tubes on the trailer that had radioactive symbols on them. And I was like, oh, I hope I can stop. If not, this is gonna be real bad. Cause a fucking international incident right here. Nice.
Dude, during Sixth Summer, we were at Byron International Dragway in Wisconsin, or no, Illinois-Wisconsin border. And me and Ricky are setting up our tent, and I look over, I'm like, that looks like where Homer Simpson works. You know, like, why are your teeth glowing, Ricky?
I want to put a car together to do a drag and drive. I think that'd be fun.
Dude, I'm going to do it with the Dart, even with 410s in it. Like, Sixth Summer was such a perfect. Now, like, they got Sick Week, and they got, what's the new one they're doing right now? Death Week. Out and on the West Coast, that's 2,000 miles of driving in California and Arizona and all that shit. But Sixth Summer in the Midwest, that's a total of 500 miles.
And how many days was it?
6 days.
Yeah, you
So-
were driving 100 miles a day.
Well, the one day we did 170, and that was from Wisconsin over to Iowa to Tri-State, my home track. That was the longest drive day. Otherwise, it was like 50 miles the first day, 70, 170, 110. You know, it's not that bad. And from my experience of doing it with slow-ass Ricky and the piece of shit four-banger, as long as you're faster than 1150 in the quarter, you'll get flighted as the early draws in the morning. Once they say start racing, you're up there. But if you're slower than 1150, you're almost guaranteed to run after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And there's like 8 different kinds of classes. You can do your own dial, where you got to try to run your bracket number at every single track for the whole week. Or they have this weird one where the last two numbers change every day. So say it's a 1032 day
Mhm.
one, then second day it's a 1089, and that's the goal. That's the target, to try to run that or slower. Fourth day 1019, fifth day 1055. You know, that was a huge class doing that bullseye challenge, and that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, because you gotta be a tuner. Then you gotta know your shit.
But the dial your own number, you're going to 5 different tracks where the elevation's different, the air density is different at every track, the weather's different every day, and you got to try to run your damn number at every track. And the guy that won that's my buddy who I started drag racing with back in 2001. Fucking won the overall championship. So that's why the thumbnail, I got the helmet on, all that shit. And then you got your shit like Cletus McFarlane, where you're the top 4 fastest in the whole class with Tom Daly and, you know, Alex Taylor and all that shit. But
Was she there?
oh yeah, she was there for the first 2 days until she blew up after the fat end. Then her dad told her, the rods are puked out of it.
Is she? Well, wait a minute. Your fiance wife isn't around, right? Is she as hot in person? Okay.
taller than you'd think.
Huh.
Very nice. Like day one, me and Ricky were parked way far away from everybody else, and we're just alongside the return road. And Alex Taylor's coming in the Chevy, and I heard that she got a personal best, and I'm standing there. I'm like, "Good job." And she looks over and waves and gives you a thumbs up, and very interactive person.
That's cool.
Cletus McFarlane had yellow cones all the way around his whole.
He seems like the type that wouldn't want anybody around.
So Ricky has the biggest full-fledged for Cletus, right? Like, oh my God, there's Cletus. I'm like, so he's a competitor too, like us, right?
Yeah.
It's Cletus, man. It's Cletus. We got to go talk to him. I'm like, if we're going to go talk to him, let me go get a Bad Tree Production sticker. So we go over to talk to him. We can't just go talk to him because there's a line of fucking people. And we're in line. We're about 2 people away from him. And his class gets called up. And Ricky freezes like a deer in the headlights. And I go, "Hey, Cletus, you're Heathen certified. This is a lucky sticker for you." "Oh, hey, man. Hey, brother. Can't talk, but I really appreciate it. Take it easy." And he takes my sticker. And I'm walking with the GoPro down pit lane and all that. And here comes Mullet next to me. I go, "Wow!" Just scream. And his neck breaks and he looks over. He's like, and Ricky's like, "You made him look." I'm like, "Yeah, I can scream really loud, dude. Like, anybody can do that." But so then we left Cordova to go to Byron, and the first gas station we stopped at, Cletus was there filling up too. And I didn't want to see like a simp, or I didn't want to seem or look like a simp on YouTube, like, "Oh, get my camera out" every time I see Cletus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do my Midwest vibe. Everybody's a person, give them their space. You know, they want to talk to you, they'll approach you, kind of deal. And I'm glad I didn't get the camera out or try to talk to him, because that guy was fucking pissed. The car wasn't running right. The turbo was blowing oil down it. I go in to buy a bag of ice. He's next to me. I hold the door open for him. He grabs a bag of ice. I go into the shitter and take a piss. And that's it. You know, we get to Byron. We all get rained out. And we go to Great Lakes in Wisconsin. And he's about ready to spin all the bearings in the bottom of his block. And so he quit after day 3, and we made it every single day.
Well, that's like you said. He's just a competitor, just like you guys.
Yeah.
That and even on a bigger scale, he's a YouTuber just like us. He's just got a lot more subscribers.
Oh yeah, just way
You know.
yeah. He's
If I had all that shit that he had, you know what? I'd probably have close to 1 million subscribers.
right. And my dumbass day one at Cordova, I'm sitting next to Tuck, who's a Hall of Famer, land speed record holder, 250 mile or whatever patch on his jacket. I'm just, Ricky's back at the tent setting up his shit. I wanted to go have a couple beers, and I'm sitting next to the track official, Tuck, the land speed record holder, and the owner of Gear Vendors. And I didn't know I was sitting next to these guys, and I sit at the bar and I go, "What are you guys having?" And they're like, "Busch Light, Pabst." I'm like, "Get them each a beer." And I just sit there and I'm quietly drinking my beer, and they're talking. They're like, "Hey, thanks for the beer." And we bullshit for like 2 hours. And the guy's like, "Yeah, I own Gear Vendors." I'm like, "I got a YouTube channel." I'm like, and then Tuck's like, "Yeah, you didn't notice my jacket? I got all these 200 and 200 and whatever mile per hour badges all over." I'm like, "I don't know." He's like, "Yeah, I'm a land speed record holder, blah, 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 and I'm running all the officiating for this whole event." And I'm like, "You want another beer?"
That's what you should have been like with Gear Vendors. You should have been like, "Yeah, I got a YouTube channel. I need a sponsor."
Well,
I just
dude,
got
that's what I
that
said to him. I'm like, "Hey, man, I got, 3,000 eyeballs. Only about 800 of them tune in at a time.
I got 800 people.
If you don't want to sell a rear end, you'll sponsor me." Or tail shaft, whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, I just met so many cool people, had such a great experience. The people that do the ward, they don't race, they just follow the whole event like a rolling car show. And they got shit like your Duster in there, and they don't drag race. Well, if competition gets done early enough, the ward gets to go down the track then. They can do heads up against each other. But they get the best seats in the house. Track comes and caters to them and brings them water and soda and beer and food and shit.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah, they get the best treatment. And then the people that pay to race in it get treated like dog shit. And I love it. It was such a good time, man. I can't wait to do it again. Even if you break down, I mean, you do these checkpoints in between the tracks. Like some place in Wisconsin has their own version of the St. Louis Arch. And that was like one of the places to go to. And you see this shit that you'd never see unless you did it.
Yeah, that would be the thing for me. I think it'd be fun. Go with a slower car and just have fun. And
oh yeah.
Well, what did you say? It was like 1150 was the slow car class, though, right?
Anything slower than 1150, and you're running on the hottest part of the track, because it's the latest part of the day. Sun's got the most power. Ambient temperature is hotter. It's summertime, and then you got to, say you're in Wisconsin and you don't run till 3:50 in the afternoon, and that wasn't a good enough pass. So your last pass that you want to turn your slip in is at 4:30. Then you got an almost 200-mile drive to Tri-State Raceway to go to the checkpoint. So it kind of sucks being slower than 1150.
Well, that'd be all right for me because I work second shift and I'm used to sleeping until noon anyway. So.
Well, there you go. But for some reason, Ricky's little four-banger kept running personal bests every freaking time we go down the track. So we're like one and done, and we're able to boot, scoot, boogie and move to the next. And we really embodied the whole experience by sleeping out of the car. with a
Yeah.
tent. Saved a lot of money.
That's the way I'd like to do it anyway.
Yeah. And they got a quarantine, like your truck and trailer that you bring the car with gets parked in a quarantine area at Cordova, your RV, all that shit. And then you're out there. You can't get any outside help other than other drivers. Which, like Rocky Mountain Race Week, it's just you and the co-pilot are the only people that can do anything to your car. Well, in Sick Fest or Sick Summer, any competitor can help you. So that's another neat thing that I like about this event versus Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, I think I'd like to put a Dakota together for that.
Oh yeah, put a topper on it, air mattress.
You keep all your shit back there, and
No, it was fun, except for the zero respect that me and Ricky got for being in the 2016 Fiesta.
yeah, but then you look at people and be like, "Yeah, I set a personal best today. What'd you do?"
Dude, yeah, I know.
You
I
know?
know. We all think that, but like Ricky ran a 1240 and the Charger, William, the Charger next to him ran a 16-second quarter mile, and guess who they talked about?
Yeah.
The Charger that ran a measly 16-second quarter mile pass. And Ricky blew his doors off in a shoebox. You know? Like, oh wow, that Charger ran a 16. Dude, shut up.
Everybody loves the Chargers, and it would have been the same though. It probably been the same if it would have been like anything old.
Man, Chargers are like Nickelback, overplayed.
I'm planning on taking the Charger down the track at No Name at least once.
Well, you fixed you fixed the leaks, didn't you?
Well, William, if you've never been down the track, have you been down the track before?
Never.
Well, then you're not going at least once, because after your first time, you're going to go, oh my God, I got to do that again.
Yep.
You got that time slip. I could probably do a little bit better than that. I could probably do a little bit better than that. I think that's what Duddy was doing, wasn't it? Every
Oh,
time
yeah,
he
dude,
had a time
like-
slip, he was like, "Oh, I can go a little bit faster."
You just
Oh, I
go
know I
up
can
you are like, hey man, bring it in. Try something, make a change. Just, me and Joe are like, whatever, he's having fun.
But
And
I know I
he
need to
still
change.
races like that. He will not. He tries to hot lap as much as he can.
It's
I know
kind
I
of
need to drain my coolant. I know that much. I know.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
I
you
need to
gotta
have
have
just
water.
water in it.
well. I know that. That's kind of funny though, in a way, that he's not showing up this year. Not because his one time out of the garage tested race car broke. His tow vehicle broke.
Yeah,
The car would probably still be fine.
yeah. If the car's illegal, if you could put plates on it,
Yeah.
drive it to the track, be really cool, like Pole Barn Garage made himself out to be.
Oh yeah, screw that guy. I'm
Man.
sorry, screw that guy.
He made fun of me for trailer and Nacho Cuda down. And I'm like, dude, the car's got 430 gears in the back. You want me to drive what was a 9-hour drive at 60 miles an hour?
Would have been about
Want
probably
me to
like
drive
12
40?
or 15-hour drive. Probably.
15?
That dude, I don't know. I don't like that dude. I do not like that dude. He gave Ken shit on Facebook because
Man.
I don't know how Ken did it, but he had Hot Rod Magazine on their Facebook feature his LS car, and they were saying, look, it's cheap and it's fun. And he got on there, oh, it's a $5,000 LS motor, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, it's not. And he just fucking ripped Ken. And it was all because of jealousy, because Hot Rod Magazine didn't feature his fucking useless car that's full of holes and you can't hardly fucking do anything with it.
Oh, is that before he jumped on Junkyard Dig Sack?
Yeah, I saw that too.
I'm like, man, Junkyard Digs and Thunderhead, they seem like nice guys, but I never bother them. I'm like, oh, well, maybe they finally got bothered, and now Pole Barn's just swinging from junkyards.
Yeah, you guys live closer than him, don't you?
Yeah, we're both in Iowa.
Yeah, you can't be that far away. Iowa's not that big. Well, actually, it is. You guys are on this end.
We have 99 counties. Thank you.
That's
No,
like
he's over by Des Moines. He's like 4 hours away, but he's such a Ford guy that I don't know if I could do it.
oh, what was that? Yeah, he was on that episode with one of the episodes with that satellite that they had.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. So
That made me mad because
Oh.
I was actually following that, and then that motherfucker came on the screen. And I was like, nope, off.
people in the chat or any of you guys in here tonight might find this interesting, but everybody knows who Vice Grip Garage is, right?
Yeah.
So it all started, it was Thunderhead 289, Junkyard Digs, Dylan McCool, and Vice Grip Garage. They're all buddies.
Mm-hmm.
And they all started YouTube at the same time, and at the end of every video they go, I'll pretend to be Derek. Oh yeah, don't you know? Go subscribe to my buddy Thunderhead 289, Junkyard Digs, and Dylan McCool. And Dylan would say the same shit. Thunderhead hardly put anything out, but he'd say the same shit in Junkyard Digs. And then that's why you see them all collaborating those old videos before they ever made it huge. And now look at each one of those channels is very look at the numbers they got behind them. I think Thunderhead 289 could have way more than he does now, but he could give two shits less about YouTube.
Yeah, he does it. I think he does it for fun more than anything.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now he's kind of doing it to sell his little thing that he invented, but
Yeah, the carb cheater.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he does kind of care because he doesn't let his channel go 6 months out.
Yeah.
If you're monetized and you don't put anything out for a certain allotted time, you'll get your monetization taken away, and then you got to start back over.
Oh.
So you can always say, I'm not in it for the money. Well, if you're not in it for the money, don't post a video for 6 months. If we really want to know if you're not in it for the money. You know, everybody wants to start a channel because it's fun. And then there's a possibility of making money from it. And guess what I've always been told? Make money at what you're having fucking fun with.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
make your money on YouTube, baby. If you want to, do it. Go for it. You don't have to feel bad that you're making money and somebody else isn't.
I don't.
I don't make hardly anything.
My thing is, as far as YouTube goes, I know I can look back now and see the mistakes I made with the Duster, like as far as filming and certain things I should have done at certain times. But now I've got the truck, and I'm going to try to do different with the truck, because that's actually going to be the next thing I do. I'm getting that truck running, driving. It's going to be the tow vehicle, and I'm going to get a trailer before next year. So I really don't even care. I mean, I do. I want the Duster to do better next year, but if it's between making the Duster better and getting a truck and trailer, I'm going to get the truck and trailer first, because I'm tired of this.
I got an announcement. I hate fucking working on cars anymore.
Oh, I love it still.
Man, not when you want to race and your whole channel's called Bad Tree because of racing, and you've only been to the track 5 times in 4 years. That's why I'm sick of working on cars.
Yeah, but you're keeping it real.
I want to race, man. I could have never bought the Dart and just raced Jay's car. That wouldn't be my car. And then I
Yeah.
get fucking torched for, Daddy's car. Daddy bought it. No, I want my own piece of shit to work on all the time.
Hell yeah. No, I do think you might. I don't know what you paid for the car, the pumpkin. I don't
10.
know if you got screwed or not.
I got it for 10.
I mean, even with the work you've done, though, 10's not a bad price.
I'm pretty sure I got 18 in the thing.
And for having a car like that ain't bad at all. There's people got a hell of a lot more.
That's why I said I'll sell it for 30. It's a 68. It's the goated fucking year of Mopar.
I've got like 7 in mine, but it also took a lot longer to do because that's the reason I only got 7,000 in it. I don't have the money to buy shit. I got to wait for deals. And everything that I've got in that car, I've waited for a deal on. So
I'm not mad because the roller darts or dusters or barracudas that were out there were 8,000.
yeah,
You know, with nothing in them. And I'm an idiot. I'm not a big block guy. I was told it was a 451 stroker big block in the car, you know.
but there's no way to really tell.
No,
Just
there
by
is.
looking at it
The
on the outside.
harmonic has on a cast crank. If you look at the harmonic on a 400, it's got a really big swoosh to a flat spot on it.
Oh, okay. So it's
And-
like externally balanced.
Yeah, well, they all have harmonics on them, but the 440 steel crank, it doesn't have a big Jurassic doesn't have a big angle to a flat spot. It's more tapered.
Okay.
And
Well, I wouldn't know that either.
well, I didn't until I learned how to tell them apart. And so, funny thing is, about a month and a half ago, the guy that used to own my Dart before the guy that I got it from said, "Hey, man, he only messaged me because I got the 28 10.5 drag slick ETs for sale, and he noticed the picture of them mounted on the car. He's like, hey, I used to own that car." I'm like, yeah, dude, where'd the 451 go? It's in it, ain't it? Like, no, man, it's a 30 over stock stroke 400. That pisses me off. Like, why is
He
that?
got
He's like,
screwed too.
he bought that motor to put in the car. And then he came on hard times and had to sell it before he ever got to race it. But it's got like a $600 fuel cell in the back of it. It's got like really good money spent around the car,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody ever raced it or drove it. Like, the guy that I got it from lied to me. Like, oh my God, it scares the shit out of me. I got it out of the garage in spring, the way that I got it, timed it, got it tuned, went out and flat-footed, and it stumbled and fell on its face. I'm like, how the fuck did that scare you? Then get it running good, take it to the track. Unbeknownst to me, there's a lunchbox locker in the rear end that turns into glass after 20 foot of launching. One of the best reaction times I ever had. And that's probably why the tranny went, because I think I hit like 7,400 RPM when the rear end let loose. I spiked RPM.
Hmm.
And then none of the welds were finished. Like the tops of the cage had to re-weld all that. You know, just stupid shit. You remember all the steel that I cut out of that car?
Mm-hmm.
All
Well, that's like John Wilburn was even talking about that. He said he's seen a bunch of people that don't weld the top of the cage
oh, yeah.
because they think they're never going to look up there.
Well, I could visually see that this shit wasn't right, and we opted to just cut it all out. And we've never put cages in, but the shit that we put back in looked a fucking light years in front of You know, you'll never weld a cage in a car unless you just don't do it.
Yeah.
You just got
That's
to
a lot of shit, though. You know,
And-
people say they're scared of building automatic transmissions. Well, you're never going to do one unless you just dig into the son of a bitch. Don't be scared. Just get a book and some
We didn't-
tools.
We didn't go to the moon by looking down at our feet and going. That didn't work out. So somebody figured out this isn't going to work. Let's try something. And they had to try it. And you just keep
You can't
trying.
go to the moon by jumping real hard.
No, man. Tried that myself too. It doesn't work.
Well, I thought maybe if I lost a little bit of weight, I might be able to.
Ryan, there's no amount of weight that you could lose.
I've got a 3-inch vertical leap.
Oh man.
If
sorry.
If I fall down, I'll bounce farther than I can jump.
Brian, I'd like
feel
to
that.
apologize for hijacking.
That's all right. You made it to where I don't have to. I don't have to make conversation. That's what I don't. Didn't you guys ever get on that? That's what I used to do. I'd get 10 motherfuckers in here and be like, "Okay, now I'm not doing nothing, and this is interesting as hell."
Yeah. Here's the best YouTube channel. Start one. Don't talk. Let everybody else talk.
Yep.
They're your content.
Oh. I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun with the interview thing, so
That's cool. I like that. I seen you were with Jamie. Jamie's a good dude.
yeah, I like Jamie.
I do
I
too.
like, even though he kind of ghosted me on because I was going to have him on. He was going to be my first interview.
He took my
Okay.
blue wrench away.
Then he had something go on. I don't know what it was, but
Well-
it's not like I'm mad at him.
I got messaged the other day. There's a channel out there called Mopars or Everything.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Man, he says such nice things about my channel and just Mopar Joe's channel. It's fucking
Does
stupid.
he? Oh, I haven't heard that.
He says nothing but nice things
I
about
thought
us.
all he did was
And he
bitch about
hates everybody else in the world. It's so funny.
He's one of those people that, you know, you're going to make a video bitching about Uncle Tony. Okay, we all have our little problems with Uncle. We all have our little problems with everybody. We don't make videos about it. You know? Nobody likes everything about everybody, but you don't make fucking videos about it. That's just being a fucking baby. Sorry. I'm over that now.
Well, you know what?
You don't see me making, you don't, never mind.
Just Mopar Joe and Bad Tree Productions are A-OK, apparently.
He probably heard on a live that I said that he was a piece of shit, so I'll be on the shit.
I laughed because I got it sent to me the link and I was watching it and they're like, you know, and I like watching Bad Tree Productions. You know, they're just getting into this Mopar thing and they're trying to get faster. And I'm like, shit, man. Since 1993 is just getting into
Just
it.
getting into it.
Like,
You're like, J-Mo's been into it for.
yeah, like my earliest memory of '68 Barracuda.
What car does that guy have? I can't remember what it is.
Oh, he's got a couple of them. He's got a '68 Formula S Barracuda with a W9 340 in it that runs like 580s. And then he's got a Demon and some really nice piece of shit Ford Mustang. And a dark.
You got a
GTS.
Mustang? What kind of Mustang?
It's like a '69.
It's a fucking girl's
tell you-
car.
Nope,
That's
nope.
why I don't like that guy. He drives fucking girls' cars.
He said it.
Well, I remember, yeah. Yeah, I remember girls were, yeah, Mustangs were made for girls. I remember
No.
that.
69 to 70. Right there. I kind of like the 69s. They're all right. But anything older than that is a fucking girl's car.
No, the 65 was a girl's car.
No,
That little
no,
boxy
no.
thing.
67 and 68 was a fucking girl's car.
What was the first year of the Mustang?
64 and a half.
64 and a half.
So a girl's car, right?
Yeah. Because girls count in half years.
So if they started making panties for girls in 1965, and then they were making panties for girls in 1971, it wouldn't be a girl's set of panties?
No.
Is that how you're trying to tell me this Mustang thing works?
My favorite Mustangs are like the 71 to 73 Mustang.
The ugly one? Oh, wait.
Oh, them great big
Oh,
ones.
no, 72.
The ones
talking
with
about like the big
long
mock
fucking
bodies.
noses, like the Mach 1s and big sumbitches. I love them fucking cars.
Yeah.
I'd own one. That, and I don't mind Fox bodies. It's just you see them everywhere.
That's why I had the convertible, because you don't see them too much.
I'd rather see honestly,
I would never have the convertible because they're the heaviest ones.
I would
Angela
rather
Garage
see a
had
Fox body on the street driving around than at the fucking racetrack because they're all at the fucking
You
racetrack.
find a Fox Body 5.0 without the GT package, you're on Main Street, brother.
the convertible Engine Light Garage had the 4-cylinder in it. It was red on red.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, secretary's car, like J-Bo
That,
said.
okay.
Hey, that little thing would burn the tires
The
off
lady.
a 4-cylinder.
That was.
Wait, so I've never met Engine Light Garage. How are you doing, sir? Nice
All
to
right.
meet you.
Engine Light Garage is actually my brother-in-law.
And
You ain't supposed to tell people that.
well, you drink the right beer.
And Blake,
Good
I'm
time.
Brian. How you doing?
Good, Brian.
We
Nice.
gotta figure out these angles.
I need
Yeah.
to fucking. I actually need to come up and see you guys again one weekend.
Go for it, man. Hey, if you need a place to stay, we got the 38-foot RV in the side yard. You know, you drive
I
by
can
my
do that
place,
now.
it looks like we went to the final showcase on The Price is Right, like in 1997.
I could do that now. I'm by myself everywhere. So
We got the trampoline, the RV, couple kiddie
William needs to buy
pools,
something else so we can come up there again.
mini bike.
Brian, find him a Cushman so we can come up there.
J-Bo's getting
that's the only
That's
thing.
the only
That's
way-
the only thing that'll get William up here to visit me is a damn. Gotta find him Cushman.
Exactly. And you know he's gonna drag me with him, so we gotta go.
No, because I got to get down to see you guys too. Because I want to go down and see you guys and see Shane. Maybe not other guy. What I forgot his name. Travis.
Yeah, you don't want to come down here. It's just
New Block
Mississippi.
402 is about an hour from me up in Arkansas.
Oh, and what is that? Layton. Layton's
Yeah.
out there by him. I was like, yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
Arkansas is in the south, William.
yeah. He's in
There's
the
no
south.
up
Yeah,
in,
I'm just
more
south of
down
Tennessee.
in a way.
He's in Mississippi, so it is up to him.
I'm in Mississippi.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
I'm just
he's
south of
in the
Memphis.
left side of Mississippi top corner, and I'm in the right side of the top corner.
Man, when you're holding your hands up and you got that filter where everything's blurred out behind you, it's like, are you holding like, you know, apparatuses or what?
I can't tell you they're off screen.
So luckily there's only one state above me, so I call everything down or over.
Usually it's just over there for us.
Minnesota basically could be Canada. I never want to go there. It's a wonderful world of depression and hate.
Where is Mr. Foots from?
He's from Minnesota, from that fake state. That's part of Canada.
I gotta end up going up there to get my satellite. I gotta go rescue my satellite.
You better hurry up before they fucking do some aboots and whatnots and A's to it. You'll end up finding it out by the stoop next to the bubbler.
He sent me pictures of that fucking car, and it was like,
Your buddy Ryan Borsnest is up by there too.
yeah, that's where I got to go get my satellite from. But it was like 70 degrees down here, and he's sending me pictures of my car in a fucking snowdrift. I'm like, why do you even fucking live up there?
I wish it was
That's why I
70
like
degrees
the-
over here.
I mean,
That's why I like living in the South in the Mid-South specifically, we only get
It's
ice
fucking
and
hot
snow
down there.
Wait, how is
maybe twice a
Mississippi
year.
Mid-South? Isn't that like touching
Northern
the Gulf of
Mississippi.
Mexico?
But it's more of the dirty South.
That's what I'd clarify it as. Yes, dirty
I
South.
thought the dirty South was
It's
New
like the
Orleans.
ATL.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, Luda.
Mississippi's long this way though, because he's up here. He's closer to Missouri than he is to New Orleans.
A lot of people forget that Mississippi has a coastline.
Yeah, yeah.
I
yeah.
just didn't forget that at
Very
all. I just brought it up
Yeah,
about how the Gulf of Mexico, right?
It's like 20 miles long, William.
it ain't that long, but Mississippi
Yeah.
has a coastline, damn it.
They got like 5 feet.
Yeah, well, Brian's got the Saint Lunatics.
Yeah,
Yeah. And Nelly.
I got a fucking the arch.
I can't believe you ain't got a Band-Aid on your face right now.
Nelly's fucking Nelly was building a fucking mansion outside of St.
It's
Louis.
been
and
30 minutes,
fair
Brian.
now.
Go outside and shoot your gun at a random spot.
I don't own a gun.
Oh, wait, you're not in Chicago. My bad.
No, well, St. Louis would be the same way, but I'm not actually in St. Louis either. I'm on the Illinois side of St. Louis, so I'm on the communist side.
Right.
William's over there with all the
Yeah.
gangsters.
Well, at least none of us are in California. We can all sleep easy.
Yeah,
You got William over there with all the gangsters out of Memphis. I'm over here with all the hillbillies in Alabama. Completely different worlds. We're only 2 hours apart.
Thank goodness.
I imagine drive-bys on a Cushman would probably be very accurate. There's nothing interfering with your line of sight,
yeah.
you know.
Can you imagine William doing a drive-by?
You'd hear him coming for
I
about.
could bring my
That's like his
Wow.
intro every
I could
time.
bring my
it's
BB gun.
drive-by.
You just need to get one of those gel blasters and ride around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd if shit went wrong at my work, I would look into moving down where you're at, William, just so I could try to go. Well, if I could get a job at Edelbrock, I'd like to work for
I
Edelbrock.
tell you to grow some balls and try to handle up some of these minus 40-degree days like we get up here.
A bunch of that.
Makes you tougher.
No, see, I don't like the heat, but I really don't like the cold. It hurts.
What up, NSB? Beers.
I get a little bit of both.
This heat we've had lately over here has just been plain hot.
It's been miserable here too.
We had
It's so
100, 103, and 101 3 days in a row. In Iowa, the corn started popping everywhere.
Is
It was
that
so
really
bad
a
here.
thing or is that just a joke? I've heard that a lot.
It's a joke. It's
Joke.
not a thing.
Won't
There's-
actually pop.
All the corn grown in Iowa is turned into either ethanol or food for cows. You don't eat the corn from Iowa. Unless
I'll
it's
see
a
it.
sweet cornfield, then you eat that.
It was so hot here this weekend. I swear to God, I walked outside and Shrek was in my pants arguing whose swamp it was.
Highlight Mopar Man 78's comment.
White and nerdy. This is true.
See, Mopar Man 78, I can see him being a Cushman guy.
Yeah, you ought to
Right.
get one.
Yeah.
I encourage everybody to get a Cushman.
No.
They're fun.
no.
See, I want one, but I want to put like a Gixxer motor on it.
See, how about you just like not even get the GSXR and just get yourself a cruiser motorcycle and just, hit the highway
No,
I had one for a few weeks and I traded it off.
and then be like, oh, this is so great. I can pass cars and do the speed limit. This is really comfortable.
I just stay.
Yeah,
in
I
my
can hit
car.
55. My Cushman, my 65 can theoretically hit 55.
Theoretically,
Yeah, that's theoretically great, man.
With the rear gear I have in it, it's a 50-55 is the estimated top speed.
He said it's
Well, would
theoretically
you really
great.
want to? That's the whole thing. Why would
Welcome.
you want to? Look at that thing. It's got one wheel on the front.
Are you looking in so during lunch break in school, are you looking in the classifieds at these things or are you an adult yet?
I
How old
guarantee
are
he's
you?
on
Are
Marketplace.
you in your 30s?
How old do you think I am?
Too
Seriously,
old to be
how old do you think I am? Seriously.
full on Flagstaffed over Cushman's. That's something you do after you get retired and you're looking to slow down and you're looking for a hobby. You're fast and hard right now, baby. You go with the Duster and the Dart or whatever, the Charger.
Well, he's probably one of those.
I'm 36.
Just put a tarp over. Yeah, exactly. Put a tarp over the Cushman. When you hit 52,
Hey,
bring it back out.
The Cushman's fun.
I'm 50. People like what they like.
See, Brian stayed away from cool kick-ass drag cars for a while. You
I just
know,
never had the money for it.
Hon-
I was too busy making babies and paying child support.
hypothetically, if you tarped the Cushmans, what would
Uh-huh.
you do?
I wouldn't leave them tarts for very long because I couldn't keep my hands off of them.
This is very true.
Because that, if you have never ridden on
Cushman's Arcade
an
and
open
Williams
cab
Factory.
Cushman, they're just so unbelievably fun.
No, it's like that old scene from the old
And-
movie Matilda.
When I
with the
see a
factory eating
Cushman,
the cake.
when I see a
Cushman's
Cushman, I think a guy's working in a factory, right? Hauling some thinsulate around 3M. Or it's the 80-year-old lady that takes care of the flowers in town.
Well, they also
It
have
has
golf
the
carts.
5 gallons of water in the back of the Cushman, and it's red and white roof, and it's got the windshield wiper and everything. And she drives to the next spot.
Don't get him started on Cushman. It's only going to get worse because then he'll start telling you that there's more than that kind of Cushman.
There's a whole bunch of different kinds of Cushmans.
I'm sure
See?
there are. There's.
Have you ever heard of a Cushman lobster?
Have you ever seen how many firecrackers there are? There's a shit ton of them too. There's a shit ton of everything.
Cushman
You know how
shark.
many crayons there are, William? An ass ton.
Cushman eagle. That's a scooter.
Oh,
Those actually look pretty cool. Those actually look like miniature motorcycles. They're actually really freaking cool.
they actually didn't at all. A Cushman motorcycle does not look like a miniature motorcycle. It looks like a bread box with wheels on it.
No, they made a different style and actually did look like a
Let me-
motorcycle.
really?
Like a little
Let me
mini-
No,
let me find a picture.
Okay.
The ones I've seen look like what you got in
Look
your
at, like-
background, which is 2 wheels.
Yeah, they're
You've
they
seen
were
those
the square ones.
Honda Ruckus.
Those are cool.
It's like the Honda Ruckus old school.
Really?
Like they're lowered and kind of longed out. Like they're
You're
not
going to
bad
show
looking.
Blake a Cushman that he likes? What?
You might be onto something here. I might take back everything I ever said.
At least
Give me
just the
one
2-wheel
second.
ones.
William, you're no longer an old lady if you impress me.
It looks like a miniature motorcycle. And it's a scooter.
Anything
gotta
with
find
2
one of
wheels
those ones
looks like a
that's got, like-
miniature motorcycle, though.
No,
One of
the
those
other
ones with the
Cushmans,
scale.
like you said, all that's filled in.
Hey,
on
scroll down, scroll down.
Like a,
Scroll down. Do you see that motorcycle? That's what a motorcycle looks like. Now, if you scroll up,
There's a cool Vespa.
scroll up a
the
little bit.
scooter Bible? What?
You put a Rolodex side on that covers the engine. Looks like a bread box on wheels.
8 horsepower motor, 50 to 55 top speed.
Every pothole is death.
Yes. Yes. But then again, that's any scooter though.
Now here's what you do. You find that and you go from Alaska to South America, and then that's how you become YouTube famous. And you vlog that entire journey.
I want to be one of these people who lives in a van. You seen these van people?
I called the Pan America or something, or
I just
There's
want to live in a
people that
van
just
down by
make
the river.
YouTube channels. I live in a van.
how many
Down by
guys
the
does
river.
it take to screw in a spark plug on a Cushman? 5. One holds the plug and the other 4 drink till the room starts spinning. Jabo, settle down.
You know, usually when William's working on his Cushman, I'm standing there drinking a beer. Every time.
You watch,
Oh,
Blake. You watch. Jabo's gonna see Williams Cushman at No Name fall in love, and he's gonna buy one.
no. Just because you said that he would do that
I'm
and
gonna
he's in here, it'll
I'm gonna
never
let-
happen.
I'm gonna let you drive
Because
it.
Jay
I'm gonna
doesn't
let-
do anything that anybody tells him to do.
I'm gonna let you drive my 65 Cushman.
Jay, do
No Name.
not.
There you
Whatever
go.
you
That
do.
might work.
Jabo, do not drive. Do not race the Nacho at No Name Nationals. Don't do it. You're not allowed to do it.
Yeah, get rid of that whole idea.
Don't even
Jay.
need that. That's
Nobody wants to even see that piece of shit.
No, nobody wants to see it. Nobody even likes it.
Yeah. Who wants to see a 5-colored Barracuda?
Yeah.
Did you know that Cushman also made a hit and miss motor? Long time ago.
Right. Yeah. Those are still going strong today. Them hit and miss motors that
I want a hit and miss motor just to watch it run, though. Make a fucking video of one, Blake, and see how many views you get. It would be like a bajillion. Them fucking things.
Freilich, Iowa, home of the John Deere,
Yeah.
is 8 miles away from where we're sitting right now in my living room in this square. This one right here. They got a hit and miss motor that they bust out every weekend.
You ought to go up there and film it. You'd probably get a shit ton of views.
Just blowing a bunch of steam up in that place. You know?
I still can't get over the guy who's got like 2 million subs and gets at least 100,000 views on every video, and all he does is scratch off lottery tickets. He buys like $1,000 worth of lottery tickets and scratches them off.
Yep.
Why did we pick the hard thing to do on YouTube? Building cars. The hard and expensive thing.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do after I race the dart. I don't think I'm gonna build another car for a while. That's not the YouTube way. It seems if you're an automotive channel.
You got to send it down the track once and then put it in the backyard and build another one. And then send that one down the track once and then put it in the backyard and build another one.
Who wants a monkey bike for No Name Nationals? I'll trade you straight up for your unwanted project. Because I unwantingly want to do that race again. I'd rather dip out of that and let the cars have more time on the track. Just have
I
two
don't
of them
I don't
mini
even
bikes go
want
up.
to think. I don't even
Heads
want,
up, race, one and done. Get the cars back out there.
I don't even want to think of what my fat ass would look like on a fucking monkey bike.
Man, it's not good.
Hey,
And then it
You
would be,
remember
and then it would be all over YouTube. 50 other YouTube channels fucking making videos of my fat ass on a monkey bike.
Brian, you remember what you
I'm
said
already
earlier?
getting ready to do something stupid at this race.
Hey, any publicity is good publicity.
No,
No, this,
Yo, you remember what you said earlier, Brian?
no,
About the
giant ass
rolling?
track on a monkey
Good.
bike is not good publicity.
hey, I did it and nobody hardly cracked any jokes at me. I was like waiting
Yeah,
for
but
it
you
too.
don't weigh fucking 300 pounds. I don't either, but I'm close.
I'm like 80 away. Okay,
What,
maybe
what?
70 now. I don't know, man. I think I need to have a cigarette. I've been entertaining you guys for way too long. I
Yeah.
told Danny it was only going to be 15 minutes. She even already, messaged me. It's been longer than 15 minutes.
Only 2 hours longer than 15 minutes.
Oh, Brian, you're so easy to talk to. You guys are I feel like you guys are my friends, even though everybody thinks I'm a dickhead. But that's all right. I own it. So fuck all of you. Especially you, Brian.
What? All right, that's it.
Kick me out of here.
That's
I
it.
gotta go have a
Yeah.
cigarette.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Damn it.
No, you got to talk more. Make me money, goddammit, Blake.
Hey, that's on a different account.
Oh yeah, that would be on the OnlyFans. Never mind. Shit.
Oh, wait. Good thing you said that instead of grinder.
What's Grinder?
Why don't you Google it, Brian?
No.
Brian doesn't need
Just
to Google it. He knows what it is.
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah.
He's looking at his other screen casually, kind of looking over.
Raker sent you some pictures of a 72 Roadrunner, Brian. What did you think of that?
Oh, was that you, Raker? That yellow one? I love that yellow one. It's actually how I want to build mine. Hold on. I will pull up a picture of it.
Wilburn, any publicity is good publicity. Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Stop being an R worder, Blake. Yeah, it's not raining, Jay. Hey, how about this, Jay? How about you put your fucking silly little Mickey Mouse bullshit headset on
Thank you.
and click on the link and join, and I'll leave.
Really?
Share screen. That's in the window.
Bill Cosby, they say not to pick up at your
Yeah.
tube. There we go. Yeah, that screams Brian, if I ever seen anything that
Yep.
screams Brian.
Definitely agree.
Kind of my style, ain't it?
You know,
Blower and everything.
big birds out.
I don't like the yellow, but other than that, the rest of the car.
I don't know. I think it needs
Oh,
about
mine's
3
gonna look
more fucking gauges on the cowl.
Mine only has 3.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Needs more gauges.
You know why mine has those 3 gauges on the cowl? Because that fucking that fucking cowl vent has a big dent in it right there, and I couldn't figure out how to straighten those little bars out, so I just put those gauges on top of it.
There you go. Hey, J-Bo, before you go to bed, are we going to Mopar's on the Mississippi tomorrow or what? Or are we working on Death Pumpkin? Answer me, fucker. Sorry, Brian. I know it's a
All right.
children's show. but
Yeah. Watch your fucking language.
God dang it. I will.
Dang it. Oh, poop. There. How about that?
Poopy pooper.
What is that? Said that. What's his name? The other Blake.
There's more than one Blake
Yeah,
out
Bad
there?
Attitude C10's name is Blake.
Oh man, fuck that guy.
He was on Tony's Live last night. About halfway through, he said something. Fuck. And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." And they're like, "Dude, we
Wait.
use fuck as a comma around here."
Oh.
Have you noticed?
He can be Blake from now on.
He's the new Blake.
There you go.
Blake 2.0. You're Blake 1.0.
No, let him take all the Blake hate, and I'll disappear
Nice.
into the
New Blake and
shadows.
old Blake.
There's not as much Blake hate as you think.
No, there's
There's a little, but not as much.
New Blake and old Blake.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sure there's Brian hate out there.
old Blake gets drunk and says some silly shit that he thinks is going to make people laugh, but they just get mad instead.
But usually people laugh at me and they think I'm joking, but I'm really just an asshole.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm just
That, you know what? I have had so many fucking girlfriends who were like that. Oh, you're an asshole. It's so cute. Yeah. And then they realize that shit doesn't change. And they're like, oh, fuck. Yeah, look what you got yourself into. Well, I got an
That's
ex-wife.
true.
yeah. So there's only one Blake. Dean Blake squared. When you see the 2 up there, that means squared.
That's what squared means?
Yeah. I've been told just yesterday.
I don't know math. Math is hard.
All right, heathens. Dust Devilers. Wait. Yeah, Dust Devilers.
Devlins? No.
It
not
sounds like little groupies.
Dust Devilers. They're little mini vacuums. running around sucking up to you,
I
Brian.
wish I had
Little
groupies. That'd
groupies.
be awesome. My groupies would be in the fucking nursing home though. That would suck.
No, they're good. They got dentures, whatever. Nobody cares. But
Maybe I
they're,
could
they're
borrow 'em.
still they're still cool enough to party. You
I
know?
need, I need a girl with dentures so I can borrow them.
Wait,
What?
I'm not even going down that path.
At the rabbit hole, probably don't need to jump down.
No.
Yeah. That's gummy bear territory right there.
Sloppy Joes.
That was bad. I miss Big Richard. He was funny.
What do you do, die?
No, he just still
Became unfunny?
no.
Then why do you miss him? You
Because
said he was.
He doesn't come around anymore because of the jack off.
Me?
No, the other
Oh.
jack off.
Oh. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
We're talking about Jed, right?
No, not that guy.
Oh, okay.
The other jack off
William?
with the orange car.
Orange car.
The other orange car. Damn it. See, I'm going back. The Arizona jack off there. How about that?
Oh, Ruben.
Yeah. The Arizona jack off.
I wonder how that fucker's been.
Probably still ain't got his car running right.
I figured once I found out that he was doing meth and Mopars,
That
I'm
was
like,
so
oh, he's
dumb.
crawling back into his old lifestyle right there, I figured. So
He's probably still trying. He's probably still trying to put that fucking torque converter in.
Ruben's all right. He's just not all right.
Fucking drama whore is what he is.
Exactly. If he would stop with the drama, he'd be all
He
fucking
started 90% of the drama that happened between every fucking buddy. Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm not going to be one of those people. I'm not going to sit there and down somebody on a live.
All right, so here's what Brian's saying, chat. Mopars are pretty cool. I got a banner right here.
I got
Yeah.
all kinds of Mopar stuff back here.
William's got some Mopar stuff.
That one's
Engine Light's
pretty.
got the blurry
You like-
Trello in
like-
the background, and William's got some rusted out tin metal.
I got some Dart 13 and 14-inch hubcaps hanging on my wall.
William has a
And a
headlight,
liquor store sign.
couple wheels,
Yeah.
and a Coke fridge rusting out.
A light up.
It does look like a
I got
refrigerator.
it behind me.
It does look like a refrigerator turned on its side with wheels put on it.
Yep. Maybe you can sell Cokes at no name.
No, that yellow one,
No,
I
some
thought
push-
that would make it awesome. A snow cone machine.
Some Cushmans were converted
Yellow
into
snow cone machine.
ice cream
Yeah,
trucks.
a yellow snow cone machine.
Some Cushmans
Ass.
were turned into ice cream
Ass.
trucks. So
The one behind him looks like it should haul cantaloupes.
All right. Actually, I think I'm going to end this. It's 2.5 hours. This is long enough. I'm tired. I'm old. I got to get up early and work on a goddamn duster.
Again, you've been working on that thing for like 2 years.
Years.
straight, Brian.
Yeah, I did start with a show, though.
Hey, if you're gonna play this silly ass jazz shit in the background,
I like the jazz. Shut up.
at least get like Fish or something.
Fish?
Yeah. Like play some ska or something. They got, woodland and
Oh, yeah.
brass and all
well, it's
that.
got to be royalty free music though.
Well, I got all kinds of that on here. Hold on.
William, I did not know that at all.
I could
Sorry, I was so oblivious to the royalty-free segment of
I could play
being
this.
on YouTube. Thank you.
Anytime.
I've used that a lot in my videos. How about a copyright strike?
Oh yeah, shout at the devil. Fuck yeah, brother.
I want to do a video to this song and just like,
Hey,
I
Ryan
don't
Wing,
worry about
Streetcar Chronicles, he did Thunder Kiss 69 by Rob Zombie. Made a music video out of it with Rob Zombie's music, but he put like No Name Nationals footage in it and shit.
yeah.
I was watching YouTube music the other day. Not YouTube. Fucking Ryan's video comes up as Rob Zombie's video.
Yeah, probably because they probably copyright like
No,
this.
oh, there's Nacho doing fucking 3-wheel stand in the burnout contest, trying to roll that bitch over. Because
You know, though, if that comes up, did it come up as him or did it show Streetcar Chronicles on it?
I didn't look. I don't
'Cause,
know.
Think about it though. If it actually came up as Streetcar Chronicles, that's getting his name out there. He's not getting any money off of that video, but
If my left leg never cramped up to where I had to let off the brake pedal and go do all those donuts and stuff in the burnout contest, it would have never happened. But I couldn't hold the brake pedal down in one spot so long. It just my leg cramped up. I couldn't do it.
Weren't you having problems with your shifter too, or something?
Yeah, that was a forward manual valve body. So after third, there's neutral. So I kept.
at least you weren't
skipping.
like the fucking who was it? The Junkyard Jet guys. The front wheel getting ready.
Oh,
to
adult
fall
Bobby Hill.
off. Woo! Yeah, the front wheel getting ready to fall off of that car. I'm like, man, come on.
That's like, you just need to stop. That after the second time that it doesn't work, just soak it up, take your embarrassment, and park it and save it for another day. I was embarrassed getting out of it because I kept hitting neutral. I thought I made a fool out of myself.
I don't see Dizzy Izzy here. Dizzy Izzy scared the fuck out of everybody.
Oh, dude, I ran. There's footage of me jumping over the fucking construction tape shit and over 3 kids, punched an old lady and disappeared and dipped out to the neighbor's yard.
All right.
I seen the track of his path and it was pretty much guaranteed coming right at us. And I don't know what the fuck happened, but it didn't. But you never seen a guy move so fast since high school. All right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
Have a good one, everybody.
Later.
Peace, love, and chicken grease and whatever. Don't
Go
let
subscribe to all these
Lord
guys'
split you.
channels if you're not.
And penis.
Penis. Oh, what? No, you gotta wait till I end it. We'll see you guys later.